Here we go. Welcome back. John Morris Show on a Friday. Welcome in Aaron Fordyce, Baylor Assistant AD for marketing and fan engagement?
Marketing and fan experience. Yeah.
Fan experience. That's it.
Yeah.
Sorry. All right. But a lot of fan experience coming up, including Fan Fest tomorrow.
Yep.
I got to admit here, mea culpa, we were doing the Lunch with a Legend yesterday.
Yep. And
I'm kind of running through some events coming up, and Doug McNamee's sitting right there, our athletic director. And I blanked for some reason on the name. Some way how family came into it. Is it Family Fest, Family Fun Fest? And Doug says, Fun Fest. Yeah, Fun Fest. So
Fan Fest.
Fan Fest is right. I blew it again. So Fan Fest is what it is.
Yeah, we tried to keep the name simple, but
and I blew it.
I know we'll hit it several times in this show.
Right. Don't change anything.
I won't.
It's just me that needs to be correct. So Fan Fest tomorrow, South Plaza of McLane Stadium.
Yep.
Got a lot of stuff going on. When I say you've got something for the whole family, you really do.
Yeah. And, when we originally were conceptualizing the event, it was all based around Doug McNamee's fan first era, right? It's like, what is an event that encompasses all of the fans and they can get in for free, and it's just a great weekend with family. And so, yeah, that was the goal. And really we started from what we've done in the past, which is the Youth Skills Combine. We had done that in years past, but now we have over 300 kids signed up,
Wow.
3rd through 8th grade. So really excited about the turnout for that. And then from there, we added so many different things. We have live music on a stage from Sloppy Joe Band, which is a local Waco cover band. Excited about having them there. We have a barbecue cook-off, a cornhole tournament, kids zone, and 15 different food trucks, all local to Waco. So you can do kind of a tour of Waco food there. So yeah, just really excited about how the whole event has kind of come together.
Yeah.
From where it started.
Now, we made the point with Justin Hoff the other day, food trucks are not free.
Correct.
You got to pay for your food there, but everything else, absolutely free.
100%. So we've got, just within the kids zone, we've got a basketball arcade truck. They're called Hoop Waco. They're a new business here in Waco. We are their first event they're coming to.
But what is that, a truck with hoops on the outside?
Yeah, so it's similar to Pop-A-Shot.
Okay.
So you can play against up to 4 different people, it looks like. And so they offered to come out, and we're excited to have them. Portable Sandbox is coming out, another Waco company. So they've got a sandbox for kids to play in. We got Face Painter. We've got uniform try-on. You can try on a Baylor Spirit uniform, or you could try on a Baylor football uniform.
That's great.
The little kids get good pictures of that. And so all of those things that maybe you go to a carnival and you have to pay for some of these things, like all of them here, totally free.
Yeah.
So with the exception of food trucks, like you mentioned, it's like you can get involved with cornhole. You can get involved with anything in the kids zone. You can just kick back and listen to the live music and just enjoy your Saturday. There really isn't a better opportunity for families in this area to come out and enjoy something, because it's got a little something for everybody, and the cost is non-existent.
It begins about 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Yep. So open to fans at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
We'll be out there bright and early setting up at 6:30. But so opens to fans at 10 a.m. And fans can show up anytime after that. We've got programming going on from 10 a.m. all the way till 12:30 when gates open for the open practice.
Right.
But yeah, it is show up whenever you can make it out there, and you'll encounter something fun to participate in.
That's the other thing. Football will wrap up spring drills. They'll have an open practice, not a scrimmage, not a game, but a practice. And I think a lot of people would be interested to going in and seeing these guys, some of them for the first time.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, with every team in college athletics year over year, you have a lot of turnover with the roster, and you want to see, what's the preview of what this year's team could look like. And this is really fans' first chance to be able to do that, where they can come in. This practice is going to go for an hour and a half.
Okay.
They're going to run through about 7 or 8 different drills, lots of one-on-one competitions, lots of, offensive lineman versus defensive lineman, wide receiver versus defensive back. You can kind of see how the team stacks up and which players catch your eye. And so it's just a unique opportunity to really see the players and the coaches in action and just see how a college practice is run. But yeah, as you mentioned, a lot of schools have kind of moved away from the spring game model, right? But this open practice is, once again, designed for fans to learn more about the team, start to connect with the players on the roster. And we've got, in particular, a new exciting one, DJ Lagway, a quarterback that everybody's excited to see. So this will be your first chance to see him. And we'll get him up on stage with you later in the event for a little interview.
So DJ and Jacob Redding from the defensive side, they're going to come up, and fans will get to hear from them a little bit.
Exactly. So John Morris, you're going to be hosting the show from the stage. So we got the biggest name we possibly could.
Yeah, right.
No, John's going to bring all the people out for us. But yeah, so we'll have that interview section with Jacob Redding and DJ Lagway with you for about 15 minutes. And that is open on the South Plaza for all fans. Just kind of listen in and hear, how their first month of practice has gone, how the transition has been for DJ into this new system, all of that. And then after those two players talk, we're going to bring our AD, Doug McNamee, up to the stage, and we'll hear from him for 15 minutes, and he can kind of speak to, what Fan First era means to him, how this event encompasses it, and what fans can expect for similar events down the road.
Yeah, very cool. And that's a big initiative for Doug, isn't it? Fan First and Fan First era, and really going back to his roots when he was a fan,
Right.
before he even came to Baylor.
Yeah, and that's what's super interesting about bringing him in as our athletic director is like he was at Baylor for a time in a full-time staff role, and then goes on to Magnolia and Field and Stream, but during those times was back to being a Baylor fan and saw it from the fans' perspective. And that is great for somebody in my role. I just arrived here in August, but getting not only the direct connection with the fans that you see on social media, where you get a lot of feedback from there of like, these are the things we got to start doing, but also straight from the athletic director of like, he sees that too. He connects with a lot of that feedback that the fans often send us. And then he is willing to provide the financial backing or the support resource wise to make some of those things happen because he sees the importance of it. And so, that Fan First era, what was great about it is it came about so naturally. It wasn't like all of us sitting in a room coming up with a slogan. It was just, you listen to Doug talk in enough conversations and he says, I want to be fan first. I want us to really embrace the fan during this time. And that's how the name came about. And it really shapes a lot of what we're trying to do, right? So it's like when we envision how we want to run a football game next year, what do the fans want to see? How do we service them in the best way? And you've already seen that with the return of the original Bear Walk being much longer than it was before, more opportunities to be up close to the players. We've got the all-time low concessions prices that you'll have at football next year with a $2, $5, $4 menu to just keep things really affordable for fans. So lots of different initiatives like those to make sure that fans know that we're listening to them, we care about them, and we need them out at games this year. Yeah,
very well said. And I love that. It's I've had such a great experience, at Baylor, and then want the fans to have the same thing, want them to feel connected, want to come to games, make it a priority to come to games, come to events like the Fan Fest tomorrow.
Yeah, and it's really unique for an athletic department in today's era of college athletics to put such a heavy emphasis on the fan, right? Yeah. Because you've got, NIL, and you've got everybody's pushing for more revenue. And we certainly have our areas at Baylor where we're trying to do that too. But to take certain moments like FanFest and say, we're going to make it all free. Yeah. We're going to make it all free for our fans because we want to show them how much we care about having them out. That is what's making Baylor special right now, I would say. And so, we're excited about FanFest. We're excited for people to see it. There's been a ton of work that has gone into it, not just from me, but from Justin Hoff, as we mentioned, but Cody Soto on our social team, our football creative team, Marissa Baer in my office from marketing, Emily Christensen, Joe Gonzalez on the graphic side. I mean, it's just like, it's a total army to put together a fun event like this. And so can't shout out them enough. You've got a great group. You really do. Yeah, definitely. And think about it. This is one event, but you've got other things going on, the track and field meet, Michael Johnson Invitational. People could come to this, go over, watch some track, go watch softball at 2:00 tomorrow. So it's the Fan Fest, yes, but other activities surrounding that too. Yeah, 100%. This is our last home softball series this weekend too. Yeah. So obviously we have FanFest going, practice line around 2:30, but we've got softball starting at 2, I believe. So if you're hungry for more Baylor athletics events right after FanFest, hop over to McLane Stadium and check out softball. And obviously you have track just across the way as well. Right. But then baseball season's still going as well. We've got baseball, got a couple more series next weekend. They're up against Texas Tech. So, I mean, just encourage any fans that, haven't been out to an event in a while. I mean, certainly start with FanFest. It's free. You don't even need a ticket for it. Just show up. But any of those other events, we put a lot of effort into trying to make each event unique and special with a different promotion, a different giveaway. And we love to have fans engage with that and give us positive feedback and sometimes helpful criticism of like how we can be better. So it's like, it's all very much appreciated, and we just want the fans to have the best time possible.
Man, y'all are doing a great job. You really are. One other note, parking is free. Any parking instructions?
Yep. So for FanFest, it's at McLane Stadium. So lots 2 through 4 are open, totally free. We'll obviously have attendance there to just help point people in the right direction, but don't need to pay for parking. And yeah, arrival should be nice and easy. Plenty of spots. Come on down.
Nice to have plenty of parking.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. FanFest tomorrow morning. About 10 o'clock, things get started. And then we'll have a couple of football players on stage, DJ Lagway and Jacob Redding, about 12:15. And then Doug McNamee, Baylor's AD, on stage at about 12:30, but live music going on, food trucks, barbecue cook-off, cornhole, all that stuff. So
tons of stuff.
You got a lot going on. All right, we need to let you go to work then.
I know.
Thanks very much for coming in.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank
you,
John.
Appreciate it. Aaron Fordyce, head of Baylor's marketing and fan experience. And this is a great experience tomorrow at the South Plaza of McLane Stadium. Take a break. Back with more. We'll check in with our man, Ty Atterbury. Think he may have touched terra firma, touched ground since the last time we talked. He's in the Barbados, but we'll talk to him and show you some great pictures as he crosses the Atlantic. We'll have that when we come back. John Morris Show, presented by Alliance Bank Central Texas and by the Brazos Landing. We'll be right back.